The chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Mahmood Yakubo, on Tuesday announced that the commission has commenced its post-election review and has identified 215 electoral offenders that will face prosecution. Yakubo made the comments during a meeting with resident electoral commissioners at the Inec headquarters in Abuja. The chairman further acknowledged that there were some challenges during the 2023 general election, but despite divergent opinions about the outcome of the election, the overall outlook suggested that it was a fair reflection of a complex multi-party democracy.
We are presently looking at all the evidence of infractions during the election, including the prosecution of electoral offenders. We are looking at the activities of all actors involved in the election, including some of our high-ranking officials. I can also confirm that we have received 215 case files from the Nigeria police following their arrest and the conclusion of investigation into electoral offenses arising from the 2023 general election. Already, the Bar Association has submitted a list of 427 lawyers across the country who have volunteered to render pro bono services to the Commission. They are not charging legal fees, but by mutual agreement, the Commission will provide a token amount to cover for filing fees and other expenses. We are grateful to the Nigerian Bar Association.
Well, I guess I'll join those electoral commissioners to applaud the lawyers who have offered to, render their services pro bono. I mean, it shows the intent. It shows that, the Nigerian people are involved in this whole electoral process and they want justice. But also, the EU Observer Mission report has been, making a lot of headways across, a lot of sectors. Social media, a lot of analysts have talked about the fact that the report is so accurate. As you know, they mentioned the fact that, trust in Inec has been severely damaged due to the, failure in uploading, especially the presidential result. The one thing I did not hear from Professor Mahmood Yakubo was what they were going to do about those technical glitches. He didn't mention the fact that, what it is, what they found. I hope that these 215 offenders, maybe they are part of those offenders who caused those technical glitches. We'll hope to find that. But let me take some, right? We'll find out if they are part of those offenders. But let me take a tweet from human rights activist Rinu Odwala. She quoted the EU Observer Mission report and wrote, "In many places, particularly in the South and Southeast, INEC didn't turn up at all or turned up as late as 1 p.m. This suppressed voter participation. The overall conduct of opening polls was evaluated as bad or very bad in 21 out of 50 polling units." That's the EU report. Then she further quoted another part of the report saying, "By the time INEC declared the presidential results, more than 25% of result sheets were still missing on the IREV portal without no clear explanation or justification," quoting the EU Election Observation Mission report.
Okay, you mentioned technical glitches. Who are those INEC officials that are involved? Professor Yakubu told us that the police that is responsible for arrest investigation has submitted 215 case files to INEC for prosecution. Now, I said earlier on this program, maybe some people didn't hear me well, they were sending me messages. Section 145 of the Electoral 2022 deals with the trial of offenses. So, INEC, Section 145 sub 2 says INEC can prosecute. However, opinion is divided on that. Some lawyers say, no, INEC doesn't have such powers, that it's only the AGF or the police that can prosecute, because electoral offense is a criminal offense. Okay, these are some of the things we still need to also address in reviewing the electoral framework. But INEC itself, 2 months ago, 4 months ago, said that it was overburdened, that it will have to conduct election. At the same time, it will be burdened with the task of prosecution. And that was why the INEC chairman himself was asking for an electoral offenses commission. And which was why I argued earlier that this 10th National Assembly, that's one of the things it will have to address. And many of the other recommendations as contained in the Waste Commission report, which nobody has acted upon. Because Nigerians would like to see those 215 offenders prosecuted and sanctioned, including INEC officials and their ad hoc agents. And how did the number reduce from 774 that the legal advisor of INEC told us 2 months ago? How did it come down to 215? Did the police choose to just forgive some of the offenders?
Yes.
Or they could not establish any prima facie case against them, as it were?
Very good.
Hello and welcome to the channel. The European Union Election Observation Mission (EU-EOM) on its part has further voiced concerns regarding the handling of election data in Nigeria. In its recent report, the group noted a controversy over the erasure of data from the bimodal voter accreditation system (BVAS) following the presidential election in February 2023 and before the governorship elections in March 2023. The report mentions that the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), the body overseeing the elections, did not provide clear information about what data was removed from the BVAS machines and what was stored on a back-end server. This lack of transparency from INEC has raised doubts and concerns among election stakeholders, the EU-EOM highlighted. Digital forensic expert Itla Nwala told the Presidential Election Petition Court in Abuja that INEC purposefully deleted all BVAS results. The BVAS is a tool used to authenticate voters via their permanent voter cards, PVCs, and biometric data like fingerprints or face recognition. Political parties have raised concerns that removing the presidential election data could put sensitive information at risk. Despite this, INEC stated the data needed to be deleted and backed up to a cloud server to repurpose the BVAS machines for the governorship election. The People's Democratic Party (PDP) and the Labour Party, two major opposition groups, continue to question the integrity of the BVAS files at the Presidential Elections Tribunal, urging INEC to be more transparent. While the EU's report echoes these concerns, it remains uncertain how INEC's decision will impact the tribunal's outcome. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.